Firstly, let's be very clear about what we mean by the term evaluation. And it's essentially the process of judging the worth of something, in this case, the flipped classroom, based on criteria and evidence. So, to put it in the educational context, here's a definition that has been well used. It's process of delineating, obtaining, and providing information that's useful for making decisions and judgments about educational programs and curriculum. And that's what we want to do here. We want to be able to make good decisions and judgments about the use of the flipped classroom in the SP context. Now, why are we even looking at the flipped classroom? Well, basically, not simply because it's a new thing, though in actual fact it's not that new, but because there's a lot of evidence to support good blended learning, and FLIP is a blended learning format. So just one example here of research. A large study, meta-analysis of online research, found students' online courses performed modestly better than those in face-to-face courses. But the big finding was that blended students actually performed the best. So what is it about the blended learning approach that seems to provide greater opportunities for student attainment? Well, let's be very clear, because that's fundamental to everything we're going to do in designing the FLIP and evaluating FLIP, that it's not the technology that makes the learning more engaging or meaningful or better attainment. It's a great lesson that does this. You might be saying, well, what's a great lesson? And that's going to be the topic in the next section. Technology, though, can make it more effective and efficient. And this is a very big quote. The technology will change, and it's changing all the time. And people keep saying, well, is it worth keeping up with the technology because it's changing? Well, yeah, the technology changes in terms of the kind of form of the technology. But underpinning this, good design is constant. In other words, that what works to help people learn is based on some fundamental principles that in many ways are separate from technology. So that's a big anchor point, because before we look at evaluating the flipped classroom, we've got to have a good idea of what a good learning design is. What is good pedagogic design? Because that's essentially what we're going to look at. And in particular then, how can technology add some value in terms of greater effectiveness and efficiency for student learning and engagement?